Some breaking news. I just read that Michael Benson said that if Fury and Usyk cannot reach an agreement today, which it does not look like they're going to, the WBA is going to enforce Daniel Dubois as the mandatory challenger for Alexander Usyk's WBA belt. And this is the problem when you don't make undisputed fights, and this is why undisputed fights are difficult to have, because you have a lot of different organizations and you have a lot of different sanctioning bodies. There's a lot to go into right now. First off, Tyson Fury, for someone who says he doesn't care about money, seems to care about money a lot. Now, with me, I understand that that's all BS, but, my thing is this. Obviously, Tyson Fury saying he's going to fight for free, that's ridiculous. He was never actually going to fight him for free. But if you think he's just some middleweight and he's not a good fighter and whatnot, take the deal. Win the fight, you'll get 60% for the winner. The loser gets 40%, and that's that. So the fact that Fury needs a guarantee kind of shows you where he's at with that. And on the Usyk side, let's just make it 55-45. Like, I don't think this is 50-50 in the sense that Usyk's 50%. I know he has 3 belts, and I understand from a accomplishment and athletic standpoint that gives him some kind of credibility, but let's be real. I mean, Usyk and Dubois, no one's interested in that. Even in the UK, I don't think it would do big numbers. I don't think they could put that on pay-per-view. Fury is the draw in the UK. Now, he's not as big of a draw as he thinks he is, as Eddie Hearn said, but he is a much bigger draw than Usyk. And if Fury's fighting Usyk, it's probably going to be in the UK. Why? Because they can't do it in Saudi Arabia. Why? Because like Eddie Hearn said, Anthony Joshua's not in the fight. And even in defeat, Anthony Joshua is still bigger than Usyk and Fury. But Fury's the A side. People that get into like belts and all this stuff, Fury is the A side. I think Fury, obviously him being a little bit, at the end of the day, everyone contradicts themselves and becomes a hypocrite. Like Fury said that he wanted 50-50 versus Joshua, and Joshua had all the belts. Not all, but he had 3 belts. Wilder had the other one, and Fury had none. But now he doesn't want to give 50-50 to Usyk with him, when he has 3 belts and Fury only has 1. It's about who's the bigger name. So which one is it? But I think that both guys are just negotiating. I don't think that it's a situation where anyone's ducking anyone. But the way it looks like, the fight's not going to happen. And the problem is the people are going to say that Usyk is the one that wants to fight and Fury is the one that's ducking. That's how people are going to interpret the fight. And, Fury's saying 70-30 split or nothing. And every single day that he doesn't do it, I'm going to take 1% off extra or something like that. That you're not gaining fans that way. People are going to look at it and say, you're ducking Usyk. I'm not saying that, because I think it's boxing, it's negotiation, it's prize fighting. I get it. But the people are going to say that. And, it's just disappointing in boxing that you don't get the undisputed fight next. But the fight's not that big. That's what it comes down to. Usyk and Fury are not that big, and undisputed doesn't mean that much. It really doesn't. There wasn't an undisputed heavyweight championship fight since 1999. It doesn't mean that much. It only means something to hardcore boxing fans. And it only means something when it's like a Wilder, Joshua situation where both guys are, big, America versus UK, knockout power. And then on top of that, it's undisputed. The guy who wins is the best. But in itself, undisputed doesn't mean that much. And Fury and Usyk is not a fight that the public was ever clamoring for. It's not Fury and Joshua. It's not Joshua Wilder. It's not Fury Wilder. Usyk came in here and he messed it up for everybody. Credit to Usyk, but you really did. But, it is what it is in boxing. I think that Tyson Fury, for all this talk about saying that this guy is just a blown-up middleweight, he knows that Usyk's a legit challenge. And I think Usyk also knows that he's really not that big. So I don't even call it ducking. I think both people, they got to compromise. That's what negotiations are all about. And hopefully they can reach an agreement by the end of today, but it doesn't seem very likely. So Usyk and Dubois next. And I don't know what Fury does. Does he do a 4th Wilder fight? Joe Joyce? Who does he fight next? Does he just go straight to Joshua? great stuff. I don't know. I mean, Joshua's got the Jermaine Franklin fight booked in, I think, April. So I really don't know what the next course of action is. But Fury's legacy will take a hit if he never fights Usyk. It will. And, yeah, Usyk's legacy, too, to a certain extent. But I think Usyk's a lot more proven when it comes to, being undisputed at cruiser and beating Joshua twice. And with Fury, people say he could be the greatest heavyweight of all time. Well, this is not going to help his case if he never fights Usyk. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace.